Hello everyone and welcome.
She's such an animal.
So here we are in the Goblin Caves under 15, and it's taken less than a week, but the beta males in the community have already found a way to bypass the Iron Mace logic put in to keep bullies out of these lobbies so that new players can have a legit experience, and it's taken them less than a couple days. So I've kind of thought through this. Absolute juiced Warlock being played by a really kind of second-rate player. But he manages, to kill half the lobby and extract. Not me. I was able to survive. You'll see the full game footage here in a second. But you know what? Nice try, Iron Mace, I guess, but the beta male is going to find a way to be beta. So I've thought about it. I guess what they're doing is they're rolling up a new character to make themselves eligible for the under 15 bracket. They're going into a game with their friends after passing them a full gear set which they purchased off the auction house or assembled otherwise. They're passing this gear over to their buddies via the trade channel. They're going in on their embargoed under level 15 character with that gear after playing a single match with their high-level friends, and then they're enjoying, the same benefits as before, just being able to bully and slaughter complete lobbies with impunity in epics. So here we are. Iron Mace. It's pretty clear what you have to do. If you go into a game with level 15 or higher people, you pretty much have to then, stop that character from being eligible in the under 15 bracket. Otherwise, this is going to continue. This is the second time today that I've seen people back to their same beta male behavior of wanting to bully lobbies and, have zero risk with guaranteed reward. And if they care about the new player experience, they're going to do something about it. And if they're not, then they're just going to continue to allow, these people to shit all over the new player experience and, not allow them to develop any skills so they can continue to wage economic warfare against the less fortunate. You've actually, in this change, I guess, made it easier for this to happen because they're less likely, as a function of the percentage of the lobby, to actually encounter someone who poses any threat to them. Now, this guy is so bad on his Warlock that he almost dies to a zero gear, gray equipped starter gear ranger. You'll see some more of that in a second. But, yeah, so, I think the best of intentions were there, but, betas are going to find a way to beta harder, and that's what we're seeing already. So I'm loaded in here on a zero gear ranger, just having a good time, leveling this up to play with my buddy who's relatively new to the game. He wants to try cleric now after having played warrior for a while. So I thought I'd bring a ranger, a class I'm very familiar with, into a couple of duos in the runes. And I imagine this is going on in every map of the under 15 bracket. I imagine that the betas are doing this, in crypts as well as runes. But basically alley-ooping gear, from a high level who's able to access the trading post to an intermediate buddy of theirs, go into some kind of lobby, guaranteed to extract out the twink with all the gear so that they can take, a gear set into a embargoed under level 15 instance and just completely rampage. So new players who are coming into this game with very little game knowledge, and they have to go up against players who are, juiced. It's a terrible experience, and it's a guaranteed reward for very extraordinarily little risk on behalf of these bullies. So here we are. It's actually probably easier to do now than it was before, because in the past you'd go into a Goblin Caves and there may be one, there may be two, there may be three, juiced up bullies looking to do what this Warlock almost fails to do. So you might say, maybe he earned this gear legitimately. No. In a second, I mean, I flashed it at the beginning of the game, but there's no way that he has 3 pieces of blue quality or better jewelry, blue quality weapons, epic armors, that are purpose built for his plus magical healing build, and that he's able to run around and do this with, accumulate that level of gear without access to the trading post. So Barbarian wants to push me here. I've set up a trap up here on this pile of corpses. He's popped his rage. I want to let that tick down. He follows me right into the trap. Most predictable thing ever. Barb goes down. Yeah, so going back to the subject at hand, I think the solution is to definitely say, if a character ever willingly goes into a 15 or higher game and gains, indirect access to, the trading post by going into a 15-plus game, then they should just be in 15-plus games from then on out. That will definitely shut down the bullying and, maintain the sanctity of what they're trying to do, I think, for the new player experience. That's if any of these changes have really been targeted at improving that. It may be that they're just focused on the real money trading element for the 15-plus embargo. I mean, I don't know their intentions. I don't have any inside contacts with Iron Mace. I'm just speculating. I know that if they made these changes just for real money trading reasons, they made a lot of people really happy with regard to the new player experience and the purity of the under 15 kind of experience now that it's embargoed from, all of these juiced up beta bullies. So here we are. Gonna flash around here. Here's that warlock kind of getting schooled by a level, under 15 ranger. All that gear. He almost dies here to spiders. He's trying to run around and get as many dots ticking on these things as possible so he can heal up with his really well-rolled gear. This whole time I was rooting for him to die. Because, I mean, really, dude, just screw you. Screw you. Yeah, but he gets out through more luck than skill. But once again, like, I'm sure, if I've run into two on a Saturday afternoon who are doing this, I'm sure it's becoming more and more common. And that there's a whole bunch of people doing it. So, like, instead of just trying to, enforce this behavior, just simply change it so that if you elect to go into a 15-plus game as an under 15 player, then that character is now forever going to be in the 15-plus bracket, and they can just play with all the other juiced up betas who want to play bullies like this. Anyway, that's all I got. Good luck in your raids. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you share my outrage at this small ween energy on display here.